Spider-Man Homecoming. Just got a hold of it, watched the movie, checked out the special features. Let's talk about them features. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my special features review for Spider-Man Homecoming. Got this awesome 4K edition here. Now, I don't have a 4K TV, but one day I plan to have one. So I'm planning for the future. It comes with the Blu-ray anyway, so I'm really excited. Got this on Amazon. Read through some of the special features that are here on the back, so I was super excited to watch this movie again, and then excited to go through the special features and review them with you. So if I was to look at these and look at some of the ones that were standouts to me, first off, the 10 deleted and extended scenes, those were mostly pretty good. It's funny because I watched them, and now that they're over, like literally, I watched them just minutes before filming this, and like none of them are standing out of my brain like that was great. But I do remember watching these extended scenes, and some of them I thought were pretty good. Like, oh, okay, one that just now jumped out of my mind. Okay, so he decides he's not going to go to DC because he's got the Stark internship, so he's going to be, you know, quitting the debate team thingy and not going to DC. And Liz, the girl that he likes, you know, comes up to him afterwards, kind of confronts him on this. It was kind of a cool deleted scene where she kind of picked a fight with him on that, and I thought, that's kind of cool, and that makes sense, because, you know, I mean, this is her team and stuff like that, so it makes sense that they had a little bit of more of a hoopla about that. And then another cool scene as they're on their way to DC. I mean, the scene's not fully finished and not fully rendered, but, you know, they look out their bus window, and what they see is Captain America Winter Soldier, the things that had crashed in DC in Captain America Winter Soldier. Like, they're still cleaning up that mess. However long ago Captain America Winter Soldier was in this timeline from this movie, they're still cleaning that mess. And so it was kind of a cool little Easter egg. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it makes sense that they cut it. At the same time, would have been kind of cool if they had it. So those are the ones that just kind of popped into my mind that I remembered that I thought were pretty cool. Next thing is the gag reel. The gag reel is actually pretty funny. I mean, a lot of times nowadays I see gag reel in these things and I just skip it because it's like, that's not going to be anything. And it's not like I would call this gag reel absolutely hysterical or anything special, but I don't know. What I liked about the gag reel on this, though, is you could just tell the cast, the crew, everybody was enjoying their roles. They were having a really good time with this movie, and that's what it felt like as they were kind of just rolling with the punches and things like that. I think one of my favorite special features, it's not listed here on the back, so I guess it would be in that and more section. It's like the stunts of Spider-Man, or Spider-Man stunts, whatever they named it on that thing. But what was really cool about it is what they were saying about Tom Holland. Now, I hadn't really brushed up on a Tom Holland history before watching these special features, so I didn't know that he had this huge dance background or a huge gymnastics background. So when they said he came in to audition, there he is at the audition, and he's doing flips and stuff in the audition. Now, growing up and doing the acting thing myself, one of the things they teach you about your acting resume is you do want to have special skills and things like that on your resume. So that had to look good for Tom Holland to have this extensive gymnastics background, dance background, things like that, because as soon as he got on the set, apparently he did a majority of the stunts himself, just because how he looked doing it, because he could do it, because he could move that way. And what was most interesting to me, so the places where it was CGI, what they found was that Tom Holland, with the movements, he did a much better job with the movements than any artist could do drawing it up. So then they would go back in the studio, put Tom Holland in a motion capture suit, and basically have what looks like a gymnast gym, and then he's doing all kinds of cool little stunts and things like that. And they'd capture that in motion capture. So, and a lot of the CGI stuff, it was his moves, and that's something that I thought was really cool. Another cool special feature here is the unseen alternate Captain America PSAs. I did like this one. However, like even as I'm watching it, some of those extra PSAs of Captain America that didn't make the cut, I can see why they didn't make the cut, and I'm kind of happy they didn't make the cut. But as a feature on this disc, it was fun to watch. It was fun to kind of just put all those Captain America PSAs we haven't seen together side by side by side, and that was really kind of cool to watch. So I enjoyed that. The other thing I like about it is, you know, we see Chris Evans as Captain America. We've seen him as Captain America for so long as this patriotic, stoic figure. And so it's really cool to see this kind of fun side of him come out. Like, it definitely feels like the fun side of Chris Evans, but now since I kind of just tie him directly to Captain America, it was kind of fun to watch it because it felt like I seen the fun side of Captain America. Okay, so for this one, I think I might be combining the feature Aftermath and Tangled Web just a little bit. one of the descriptions about it is, I'll just read it to you from the back cover, is filmmakers bridge the gap from the Battle of New York. So what always kind of confused me watching this is, you know, it shows you the Battle of New York, kind of the aftermath of that, and then it says 8 years later. So I looked up the Avengers on IMDb, came out in 2012. 8 years later would be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it'd be 2020, I guess. Where's my phone? I hate math. Point is the math does not work out. And so I was just like, how is this 8 years later? Because as you're watching the movie, you know, it opens with Civil War, with him doing the stuff with Civil War, and then when he comes back with the new suit, it cuts to 2 months later. And so this whole thing is within 2 months of Civil War. So it's like, how is that 8 years later from the incident? How's that 8 years later from, you know, the Battle of New York? So that was just one of those curious things, and so I thought this aftermath thing was going to do it. It didn't. It didn't really explain to me how it was 8 years later. It was just really talking about how they took Spider-Man and tied him to the MCU, and how overjoyed they were to have him in the MCU. And what was kind of cool was hearing them talk positive about Sony. So Marvel, Disney, they were talking positive about Sony. Sony was talking positive about the MCU, and they talked about how it's just a joint thing that they really needed to bring some new life into Spider-Man and do something totally different with Spider-Man. And so it was actually really kind of cool. And Robert Downey Jr. had a quote in there saying it's really unprecedented to see two major studios work together like this. So that's the kind of stuff I like to hear about this. So I thought that part was kind of cool, but I was kind of disappointed because no, it did not explain the timeline. It didn't explain how this happens 8 years after the Battle of New York, when, you know, the Battle of New York happened in 2012. Okay, in our time, it was in 2012. In the MCU time, when was it? I mean, these are things I would like to know. That said, as I watched through the special features, I thought the special features were pretty cool. I'd probably give them like a B, like a good solid B, not any higher. I'm kind of tempted to go a little lower, but again, I mean, are you really going to get a hold of this movie just for the special features? No, it's a great movie as it is. I think the special features are fun. They add some fun to it. It is fun to watch the extended scenes and go through, like, the video announcements of the school. Like, it was really fun watching them do that. It was fun with the extra PSAs from Captain America. Cool learning about the stunts and things. So it does have some pretty cool things. Of course, my special features, I tend to hold to the standard of the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition special features. I'm quickly learning that is a mistake. Those are unique. Oh, those are unique. If you have not gotten a hold of Spider-Man Homecoming, if you go down into my description, you will find Amazon associate links for Spider-Man Homecoming, where you can go ahead and check it out and get a hold of the movie. That way, I got it off Amazon, so I was really excited when it came in the mail today. I was like, yes! Anyway, I'm excited. It was fun to go through and watch this movie again and watch the special features. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What did you think of Spider-Man Homecoming? Do you have the movie yet? Did you get a chance to check out the special features? Let's talk about it. While you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian. Next to the subscribe button is the bell. Click the bell so you're notified the moment I drop more videos, like my movie reviews, theological analyses, trailer reactions, ranking videos, and whatever else. So make sure you check all that out. I'm Durbin. Thanks for watching Durbania.